What is everyone? This is the Chicago Sports Talk Michael here today with another topic video. But before I get started, first and foremost, I'm doing well. I know I've been taking a break to on the internet to, you know, do some personal things that I'm not going to discuss on here. If you know, you know. But anyways, normally And normally RJ would be wrong on certain topics. I don't agree with what he says, but in this case, he is right. Rodgers like look, I saw a post on Instagram, I believe it was 2 days ago, about Aaron Rodgers about I posted it on my Instagram story about Rodgers saying, "Oh, he's not mentally there and he doesn't know if he's retiring or not." I'm like, "Dude, you do this shit every single off season. You hit towards retirement. You hit everyone points the direction of you leaving the Packers, and guess what? It never happens. The Packers fans beg Rodgers to stay, and they all get hyped up saying, "Oh, we're gonna win so many games, man." And when they fall off on their faces, it's just a non-ending circle of it's just a non-ending circle at this point. It's truth. Aaron Rodgers will not win another Super Bowl. That's facts. Do you want to know why they'll never win a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers? Because of that big contract they gave to him. Do you want to know what that big contract cost him in the end? Devontae Adams. Where is he right now? And it's not like he's coming back. No. Unfortunately, Rodgers' big contract was the whole reason why they didn't have enough to pay Devontae Adams. And not sure if you heard Alan Lazar, who is, I think he's a solid number two, is not going to be on the Packers because he already said he's not going to be a Packer. And number two, your only best hope is if the Packers draft well. And guess what? They're not known for drafting well. Like if you go look at the past draft choices they have made, like the 2020 draft where they traded up to get Jordan Love instead of getting Rodgers, a caliber receiver. They selected AJ Dillon when they had Jamal Williams, and they drafted some random tight end who's not even there on the starting roster. He's nothing but a fullback. Like and Amari Rodgers, like two individuals that were in the 2021 draft class are not even there. Amari Rodgers, who Packers fans had high hopes on because he was very good in Clemson, got cut within a year, and some random running back. And I'm going to say this: Quay Walker is starting to look like a diva. Because you want to know why? Because after the Bills game and the Lions game, that should tell you that he's leaning towards being a locker room cancer or a diva. He's a diva because he wants to fight medical staffs. And Packers fans try to be real smart about this. Like, dude, did you really think that, like, I understand Packers fans are upset at Quay, but you guys took him, and that's your bad. Unless you want to cut him, which most likely will. If Quay Walker starts doing plays like punching referees, shoving referees, he's not going to last long in this league. Do you want to know why? Because teams are going to the GMs would be like, hey, we don't need a cancer on the field, and they're just going to probably release him. your best hope is Christian Watson and Romeo Dobbs turn out, but they're very young. They still have a lot to learn in this. Like it's different from college. And Robert Tanya, I don't think he's going to stay long on the Packers because he's regressed ever since 2020. Bakhtiari, he's been there, but Aaron Rodgers' money, Aaron Rodgers' cap hell is going to be the reason why the Packers are going to suffer a larger. And here's the thing: before Packers fans write their essays, can you just listen for a moment before you start writing your essay? Do you really want Aaron Rodgers to be your quarterback anymore? Because it's the truth that Aaron Rodgers will never win another Super Bowl with the Packers. That's facts because he took a huge contract, and guess what? That cost him in the end. A promising team that could have magically won the Super Bowl in 2020, but they choked against Brady. They choked to the 49ers. The 49ers didn't even score. And Rodgers took a huge contract instead of leaving like he should. He should have left the Packers when he had the chance to. But do I think Rodgers is retiring? No, I do not think Rodgers is retiring. It's the same story every single offseason. That he's not physically there. He's considering retirement, and guess what? It never happens. I'm not buying any more shit that Aaron Rodgers says unless he says we're officially retiring from the Green Bay Packers. Right now, I don't believe anything he says. But do you want to know what the difference between Brady and the difference between Rodgers is, Packers fans, since you want to compare him to Tom Brady a lot? Tom Brady takes pay cuts so individuals can stay on his team. Aaron Rodgers would take a large contract, be like, "Oh, I'm the MVP, I'll take this big money, and whoever I have a receiver, they may suck, but hey, I'm still the MVP." And people will disagree with me with this. I don't care anymore. It's like people want to say Nick Foles and Joe Flacco's rings were quote unquote Mickey Mouse rings. And before you type anything in the comment section, hear me out for this. Rodgers Super Bowl ring is a definition of a Mickey Mouse ring. Because if you look at that season, they only got in because the miracle of MetLife, Deshaun Jackson, that was the whole reason why the Packers even got into that position. You beat Matt Ryan, goody do. Matt Ryan's horrible. Matt Ryan didn't even look good until his MVP season. And Jay Cutler, I'm gonna get probably flashback. I'm probably gonna get backlash, but y'all would have lost the NFC title game if Jay Cutler was 100% healthy, and I stand by that. And the Steelers' defense was injured to hell. That's facts. If Rodgers wanted to prove that Super Bowl wasn't a fluke, why didn't he go back to that Super Bowl? Why hasn't he gone to the Super Bowl ever since? He was playing against Caleb Haley in the NFC title game. That's his only win against a backup quarterback. Rodgers is horrible in the playoffs. Yeah, he looks good in the regular season. Yeah, I get that, but when the playoffs begin, Rodgers doesn't have the it factor in the playoffs. And if he wanted to prove that Super Bowl was a fluke, he should have at least proved to go back to the Super Bowl and win it. Because Rodgers realistically could have had 4-5 Super Bowls, but he decided to choke when it matters. This is the same dude. You guys lost to Eli, got blown out by the Giants. They were 9-7. Yeah, they won the Super Bowl, but still, you guys were 15-1. You lost to Colin Kaepernick twice. You lost to Carson Palmer. You blew a 16-point lead to Russell Wilson, and they threw 4 interceptions. Russell Wilson threw 4 interceptions. and Aaron Rodgers got blown out by Matt Ryan in this MVP season, and basically, um, you guys lost to Jimmy Garoppolo, who only threw the ball 8 times that game, and you choked to Brady because if y'all remember that game, and I'll still say this: Rodgers could have ran that shit in for a touchdown. I don't care if he's old, like if he's not mobile anymore. Anyone would. I think Rodgers would have scored. At least he would have tried to score because he had open space and he chose not to take that route. Hence, as to why the Packers decided to go for a field goal, which I don't even understand why, and y'all choked to the 49ers. What has Aaron Rodgers done, except to give you confidence that he'll win another Super Bowl with the Packers? Because it's not going to happen. That's truth. That is facts. Because you think it's funny you own the Chicago Bears. You think it's funny you own the Chicago Bears? Well, guess what? I think it's funny that you guys are not going to win another Super Bowl and with Aaron Rodgers at the throne, and your team will be disbanded because of Aaron Rodgers' contract. I think that shit's funny. Word up, Packers fans. Comment down below why Aaron Rodgers is going to win another Super Bowl with the Packers. Tell me why. Because I don't see it happening. He had his chances and he blew it. Simple. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. It's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. If you're arrogant as hell, that's your choice. That's your choice if you think Rodgers will win another Super Bowl. That's your choice if you believe that he's going to win or the Packers are somehow going to find to rebuild the team, because I don't see how they're going to build a team. Their best hope and prayer is Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs turn out good, because I don't see Randall Cobb staying. I don't see Lazard stating. I'm going to be honest. I don't even think half of the players that on the Packers that are going to get that are going to be free agents are going to want to stay with the Packers because Aaron Rodgers took that huge contract. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. That's facts. So anyways, comment down below. Word up, Packers fans. That's all I got to say. Word up.